one goal.
Taking care of these animals is not an easy task. It requires a lot of effort and hard work to look after these animals. Along with this, the diet plan of animals is also very important, which should include nutritious food and adequate water. The animals also need a large place to stretch their legs and run around. Sandesh has been fulfilling all these requirements to keep the animals satisfied.
Daily routine. These equines enjoy a great time at the shelter. Their day starts with a healthy breakfast in the morning at around 7. Later they are taken to a large open space. They stretch their legs, roam around, and also take a dust bath. The walk is led by Ajuba, the strongest among them, followed by others. The affection is clearly evident between the animals during their morning walk. The bonding between Ajuba and Krishna can be clearly seen as Krishna does not leave Ajuba alone. Even Ramu and Yolo refuse to separate from each other, as Yolo can be seen taking the help of Ramu while walking. Petty fights also surface during the walk, which usually stop after a while. But if it gets out of hand and poses a risk to the animals, the caretakers intervene. Many horses can also be seen taking a dust bath, which is the act of grooming while rolling or moving around in the dust with the purpose of cleaning their skin and removing parasites. Once they reach the ground, the horses choose their favorite place for grazing, along with their best buddies. Drinking water is supplied through a vehicle to all equines. Buckets of water are kept for each one of them and are filled as they get empty. Along with the water, even grass is given to the equines, as there is no sufficient grass grown on the grazing ground in summer. The grooming of the equines also takes place during this time. The animals are brushed to clean the dirt off them. They are also bathed and cleaned. However, the most important activity done here is cleaning of their hooves. A healthy hoof means a healthy equine.
Hoof is such an integral part of a horse, an equine. Right now, what you can see here is the frog. This is the hoof in itself. This is the frog, the V-shaped kind of thing. You see is the frog of the hoof. This is the wall of the hoof, and this is a sole. So basically, when this is a very good shape and conformation of the hoof, and this shape, size of the hoof around the forelegs is a good size of a healthy hoof. We need to clean, these grooves here, because a lot of dirt gets settled there. So this work we have to do on a regular basis.
Well, that's not an easy job to do. Most of the animals try to attack when their hoof is being cleaned. Apart from cleaning, trimming of the hoof is equally important. However, trimming is not done on a regular basis. It is only done when the hoof overgrows. While all the other equines enjoy themselves on the ground, some special ones are treated at the shelter before they are brought to the ground. Channapatna is one such pony which is suffering from cancer and is being treated for the same. He is the last pony to be brought to the ground and the first one to be taken back to the shelter, as he cannot be on the ground for a long time due to his illness. The equines are then brought back to the shelter at around 4:15 in the evening, after which they are again given a healthy spread. Food for equines. The food given to the equines is very healthy. The first meal of the day given to them contains of cereals, oats and wheat, which is sufficient to keep them going. Along with this, they are also given a special kind of grass known as Rhodes grass. It is considered to be one of the best foods for equines.
They're given a mixture of concentrate. Concentrate would mean cereals. We give oats. crushed oats and wheat bran flakes once in the morning and once in the evening. To be more precise, around 7:15, 7:30 in the morning, and at 4:15, 4:30 in the evening. And the rest of the time we give them Rhodes grass. It's a type of grass which is more suited for equines, at least in this part of the country. And when there's monsoon, there's plenty of rain, we just let them enjoy the natural grass even in the ground.
All these things here are sufficient to keep these equines healthy. Along with a healthy routine, arrangements have also been made to monitor every movement of the equines. CCTV cameras have been set up all over the shelter, and a close watch is kept on the animals. The shelter also has all the necessary medicines needed for the horses, so that they can be treated immediately in times of emergency. However, a professional vet also visits the shelter whenever the need arises. The horses are also worshipped on the occasion of Ayudha Puja, and a special treat is arranged for them on special occasions. After looking at all these arrangements and the equines, the question that might arise in your mind is about the expenses incurred in maintaining these animals. Well, Sandesh spends around 1.2 lakh rupees every month on the equines. 30% of it comes through donations, the rest is managed by him. The expenses increase when an ill equine is rescued and brought to the shelter, as the medicines and treatment are very expensive. The best part is that the properties in which Sandesh has established the shelters have been given to him on a goodwill basis, and he need not pay rent for the same. However, every month he pays a nominal maintenance amount to the owners of the properties. Although Sandesh has been fulfilling every requirement of these equines, he is falling short of funds. This caused him to sell his property to meet expenses. He is also planning to buy a large piece of land away from the city, and he can shift all his equines and can provide them all the facilities they need. These equines are Sandesh's only family, and he can go to any extent to keep them happy. This is evident by looking at the way he treats them. So, if you come across any equine which needs special care and attention, you can contact Sandesh and help him add another member to his huge family of equines. Chaitanya Manguri, News 9, Bengaluru.
ಹೌದಾ, ಆಯ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.